Atatui with the 1-2 strikeout swing to start the game. Here it comes, and it's another strikeout swing for Atatui. 2 out. Atatui watching second. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the catcher drops it. Doesn't matter. That'll be it for. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Mulder. Cracked down the line by Diaz. Fair! And they'll bring another one in as Anderson right down the third base line. Try and get the heave to second. They'll send Diaz back to first, but it doesn't matter. That's an RBI single for Rylan Diaz. And Merritt Island jumps ahead 3-1.
You could explain.
That one goes in for a strikeout looking at 1-2. Right down the middle, strikeout looking to send us to the. Here comes a 3-0 pitch from Oliver. Cracked deep left field. Tracking, it is gone. Dean Hanselman kills the 3-0 pitch in the bottom of the third inning. And Merritt Island jumps ahead 4-1. Hanselman with his first home run of the year, and it's a solo shot in the bottom of the third inning to put the Mustangs. 2-0 pitch from Allen, cracked by Diaz. Deep center, Brandon Ryder's under it. They're going to tag up, going home, and he will make it there. And they're going to bring more moving in as now the runners advance and the bases stay loaded for Merritt. Pitch from Atatui and goes in for a strikeout looking. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Atatui. Strikeout swinging, and it's 3-up. 2 pitch from Atatui. And it's a strikeout looking for Satellite. Cornick brings his first and sent out into left field. Bouncing in. And that'll load the bases for Merritt Island with a single by Dean Hanselman. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Atatui. And it's the second 0-2 strikeout of the night. Full count offering from Atatui. And there it is, a full count strikeout for Kide Atatui. And the first 0-1, Clark makes contact right back to the pitcher. Merritt Island for the district championship. And the double play wins Merritt Island the district championship over Satellite 8-1. Hello everybody, I'm Jackson Robb here with our Merritt Island Dugout Club players of the tournament for Merritt Island. Rylan Diaz and Dean Hanselman, 2 great players tonight of the district championship winner, Merritt Island Mustangs tonight. First of all, both of you guys, how does it feel to win a district championship?
We've been waiting for this for 3 years, so we've been expecting it, so it feels very good, very good.
Yeah, it feels great. Like he said, we've been wanting it, and we finally got it.
Dean, for you tonight, first career home run in the district championship. Just talk about how that feels.
I mean, it felt amazing. Some people asked me about it, and like I said, I barely even remember it, how good it felt. It just put a good swing on it, and it snuck out, so I was happy.
And for you, Rylan, the Cape Coast Conference teams came out. Talk about a statement you made this tournament with your performance these last 2 games for everybody across the county.
It's my revenge tour. That's all I got to say, really. Got to come back.
You guys, great team. Lofty expectations come for the playoffs. As a team, how do you think you guys are capable of playing going towards the state tournament?
All the way. I think we can win it. We just play our baseball, have high energy, and have fun, and we got it.
Yeah, I think the team chemistry here really carries us. We're really close as a team, so I think that gets us very far. States hopefully. Let's get it.
You talk about that team chemistry. Overall, talk about the brotherhood that you guys have here at Merritt Island.
I mean, it's amazing. We all love each other. Every weekend, even outside baseball, we're together. We just we're inseparable, really. We just hang out, and we love each other.
Yeah, like I said, everyone here loves each other. There's nobody has any problem with each other, so it's really easy to get along around here. Makes it easier on us.
Heading into the tournament, as a team, what do you guys feel like the one thing as a team you need to work on?
Probably consistently hitting. I mean, we can put good swings on balls, but a lot of timely hits, we can probably work on that, just being more consistent.
And Rylan, for you as a senior coming in, you get another shot, your final ride going into the state tournament. Talk about how that feels to go with these guys going to the state tournament.
It's the best thing ever, man. With all the other teams, I thought it was good, but this team, best team I've ever played with right here. It was very good.
And last question, you guys both playing on a great baseball team, playing this great sport of baseball. For both of you, what do you love most about playing this sport?
I mean, the friends and brotherhoods you make. Like, I mean, I'll have these friends for the rest of my life. Just the bond we have with each other is amazing.
Yeah, all the friendships that are made and all the getting hype with the team, making those big runs. It's really fun to spend it with them. So.
And thank you guys, and congratulations once again for our players of the tournament. I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network. Hello, everybody. I'm Jackson Robb here for the Brevard Sports Network with the district championship winning coach of the Merritt Island Mustangs, Coach Wydner. First of all, Coach, how's it feel to win a district championship?
I guess what I always thought it would. It's a great group of kids to do it with. They've been through a lot, and there's a lot of 4-year starters in the program, and it's great kids, And we don't coach them soft, so we push them to the limits, and they're tough kids, and they've hung in there and they've responded, and just to watch them grow into men and do what they're doing this year, like 22-3, like never would have guessed it. My wildest dreams.
Yeah, I mean, and you. Well, Coach, talk about how that one feels.
I teach them not to move their feet in the batter's box, so I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Was that my kid that did that? Because I know my players wouldn't do that. Was that my kid? Was that my son? Was it a really tall? Is it a kid with a brace on his knee? Yes or no? Okay.
Well, there you see the victorious Gatorade bath for Coach Wydner. Next up, Coach, you guys win it 8-1 tonight. Solid team performance all around. Talk about that performance by all your players.
Yeah, I think our pitching has, done a lot for us this year. Obviously, we're not the biggest offensive production team in the county, and I'm not sure who is, but they're coming on. But they feel when Kide or Nick or really any of our guys, I mean, coming in, I think our team ERA was .799, which is unreal. Like, never would have guessed it. And it's for them to jump up. We were down 1-0. We had our first error, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks, and it was Dean. You saw it, you televised it. It was no secret. And then for him to come back and answer with the home run, and then answer with the single, and then after the home run, this is the coolest part because I teach them not to move their feet. It's their batter's box. He gets hit by a pitch, not willingly, but obviously he wasn't scattering out of the way. Most kids wanting number 2 would jump out of the way and want a second chance. But that's the toughness that comes out of him, and that's what I said when I took over. And I told Alan a couple weeks ago that was my big push. That Merritt Island has lots of baseball talent in this town. Feeder program, Little League is awesome. They do an excellent job with it. But I felt like when I first took over that, the toughness part, I thought O'Galley was tougher than us. I thought Rockledge was tougher than us. And I thought Vieira was tougher than us. And it was no secret. They beat us all in 1-run games. And it was partly my fault, too. Coach's fault, always 1-run games. But I said, if you can become tougher than everybody and you're still 95% better than everybody in baseball, like, who stops you? Unless you stop yourself. And we haven't done that. Spruce Creek beat us straight up this year. They play better than us up at their place. But, and the crowd here and the community here, and, I think we're 14-0 at home now. I think that's our 14th win. And we haven't lost here, knock on wood. But it's a great community. The kids love playing here. And we do it, the countless hours of getting this field ready by the kids and by us. And it's a total community effort. But it's a great feeling. Like I said, these kids deserve it because there's been all kinds of stuff that's happened along the way that people don't know about, that these kids just hung in there. And now in the free transfer world, when something doesn't go someone's way, they scatter. You see in the transfer portal. And these kids hung in there and supported all of us and stuck, and look at the results. Look at the results. Only the tough survive.
You talk about how strong this community is in the feeder programs. Just talk about what it's like having a fan base as deep as Merritt Island.
It's awesome. People say it all the time, like, people so involved. And I said, yeah, but I wouldn't want it the other way. I wouldn't want the parents not caring and, hey, Johnny, where's your ride? Oh, I don't know. Where's mom and dad? I don't know. They didn't come to the game. Like, I don't want that. I'd rather have parents who keep you on your toes too. Like I got to keep straight. They got to keep straight. We got to make sure I put the bun on at the right time, all that kind of good stuff. But they know their baseball. Like I said, that's just the community, and it's awesome. Like, because their kids know baseball, obviously. And you sit there and you're watching next to dad and mom growing up, you know, they have high baseball IQ. You know, the player you just talked to, Dean Hanselman, awesome baseball IQ. I asked ridiculous questions to him, and he's usually the one, him or Wimberly, usually figure it out. And Akide's right up there too. And you know, how dominant is that kid? And we got a little extra vote of confidence along the way today. Got a little good news for Akide that he was tied for 4A Player of the Year with a kid from Satellite. So that was, and he's a great player. He is. He's a young kid, and it was good motivation for Akide. And I like using motivation to motivate our players. So Akide had a little extra fire on him today, and you know, we shut him down early because now, you know, we have a two-way go on Tuesday because it could be Nick or Akide on Tuesday. So that's always what we want.
You talk about that game coming up when you start the regional tournament. Talk about how far you think this team can go and what they're able to accomplish.
Knowing what we've done now and the pitching that we have and the timely hitting we come up with and how tough these kids are, you know, like I said, we have a little chart up in there that just has numbers of the amount of games that we need to play. And when we know our next opponent, then the opponent goes up. There's no places. There's no anything. It's just a number. And I think the number was 7 with the first round bye to get to the finals. You know, Satellite will have the Mustang over top of their number 2 because they're their second game for us. But strong pitching and defense, you know, I guess, you know, what they say on TV is right. You know, you can go as far as you want, but, you know, you can't beat yourself, and that's our big goal. We put a lot of stress on defense and base running and throwing because those things should never slump. Hitting's going to slump. Pitching, you know, sometimes your arm's not going to be so live, but defense and base running and you know, ball and glove and throw should never, ever go sour. You know, that can't fluctuate. So, you know, high school kids make errors all the time. And that's why we have a toilet in our dugout, if anyone ever really noticed that. No one's ever asked. It's kind of weird. But that's where they go and they flush that thing away. So it's just behind us. So we're big on turn the page because baseball, a lot of failure in it. And that's why, you know, you don't see the big numbers. And, you know, our Little League still has numbers bigger every year. I don't know how they do it. High school, we don't have big numbers right now. Freshman class was 4, which is the smallest since I've been here by far. But there's a lot of failure in it, and they can't push that PlayStation reset and just start that game over. Not in baseball. And these kids, you know, the tough, I guess we have 28 now. We started with 31. Maybe we have 28 in the program, JV and varsity. And I wouldn't trade it for anybody. I wouldn't trade it for a thing.
Last question. You talk about those guys. You wouldn't trade it for anything. Talk about what it's like coaching this group of Merritt Island Mustangs.
It's special. Like I said, this is, you know, they're reserved kids. Like, you wouldn't look out there, I don't think, and say, dang, look at, you know, that's your typical 6'2", 220-pound Mustang kids that they say that the old teams were like. But, you know, these kids, there's 3-4-year starters on that field tonight. You know, you have 12 years experience right there. There's 3-year starters, you know, that are only juniors. And, you know, Hanselman, who's our 3-hitter, is the second-year junior. Like, he's the youngest, like, really less experienced of everyone there. And I just said he has the highest baseball IQ, and he hits 3rd for us. And then you throw in the 3 seniors around him, you know, Mully, Diaz, and Kide, and you have all this experience. And, you know, we have the Diaz Revenge Tour because he was voted out by our local coaches, kids hitting 468. And I was like, maybe he didn't hit well against local guys. Like, let me go look in the book. He is, I'm not going to get into it. 24 for 38. Yeah, 24 for 38. So I think it's an even 600, something like that. Like 15 runs scored. It's like, it's a shame. But like you said, he goes, Coach, I don't need that. And he's a humble kid. He's quiet. And, you know, whatever. Like I said, I'm not sure how coaches vote. You know, I wish we could meet in person. I think it would be nice to know who votes for you and who doesn't vote. And to hear about a kid, like sometimes numbers aren't, you know, we just get a name in a box and we have to check it. And I'm like, I don't know everyone in the area. I'm busy here. Like, I don't get out other than playing people. And I get my scorebook and I see what people do. And that's why I went to the scorebook to see what he did. But when I saw he's hitting 600 against, and I'm talking Vieira, Melbourne, O'Galley twice. Like, we're not playing. You know, we schedule the best. We try to go out and play Spruce Creek. Vero Beach, we gave them the only loss. Like, we played the best of the best. And he's hitting probably, I don't know what he was tonight, but I think he had a couple sack flies, if I'm not mistaken. Flew out deep to left first at bat. But he was hitting 468 coming in. 33 hits, 37 runs scored, like ridiculous. But, you know, he had to soothe me. You know, I'm the one worked up. He's like, Coach, it's okay. I don't need no all conference team or whatever it was. He goes, don't worry about it. He goes, let's just win. I'm like, all right. So that's the kind of toughness that, here I guess I'm preaching, and I'm like the soft guy, like all mad and upset. And the 18-year-old's talking me off a cliff, like, come on, man, you deserve it. He's like, I'm still gonna wake up tomorrow morning. I'm good. Like I'm the child now, but he's great. Like I said, they're all great. I've never been able to relax. You always have to be, that guy. But this group kind of, Mully's a sweetheart. Shoot, I told him yesterday, I almost cried for the first time since '99 yesterday. Almost, Jackson, almost. I said that was sad. 2 days ago when senior night happened, because we got rained out all last week, so we had to do it before the Titusville game. And sometimes the senior night with all that, parents coming out, like kids can get emotional, and you come out and you lay an egg. We were 9-0 in the bottom of the first. Like they're just like getting after it. Like that's this group. They're just really fun to coach. Really enjoy it.
Well, thank you, Coach. And once again, congratulations, Coach Wydner, on the win tonight and the Merritt Island Mustangs in the district championship. For Coach Wydner, I'm Jackson Robb for the Brevard Sports Network.